Hi, friends, and welcome back to another episode of This Is For the Soul, the podcast, and I'm your host, Brianna Sade. Surprise, I am on YouTube, and this was a very impulsive decision. I was not planning on doing visuals, at least not now, but something in me just said, why not? So here we are. Obviously, I look different, I feel different, I'm more confident in myself, and I started this podcast because I feel like because I know that I deal with a lot of things, and I be helping myself. So if I can help myself and if I can heal and grow through things, then why can't I share that knowledge with others? So that's why I created this podcast. I am spiritual. I like astrology and I'm into the occult. I do like to get deep and just the little taboo things that people don't really talk about. Well, now some of those things are being talked about. So I know that this episode is up a little late. I deviated from my plan of pre-recording and then posting on Friday. It kind of threw me off because when I started, I said to myself I was going to pre-record and then have it up by Friday, but life happens. I was moving out of my dorm room and it was just a lot of chaos, so my brain just wasn't, Yesterday I was home and all day I was determined to get an episode up. I had nothing recorded, and I know sometimes when I talk I go off the dome, I can ramble a lot, so I was just trying not to do that, but I had no idea what it was that I wanted to talk about. I noticed that I started spiraling that start-stop mindset, and every time I would hit record, I would hate the way I sounded, or I felt like I messed up or didn't know what I was saying, and I chucked it, or I found myself doing this start stop. So it came to a point where I was just like, okay, we're going to put this away for the day and we're just going to come back to it tomorrow. And I feel a lot better now. I also think what has to do with that is podcasters' anxiety. Like I said, I wasn't too sure about doing visuals, but it feels good because I can see myself and I'm not feeling like I'm just talking to an empty room. And me seeing myself is like me talking to myself. So I don't feel as nervous, But I told myself that I want to continue to show up for myself and make a commitment to really get serious about all the things that I want to do in life. I'm the type of person who values my freedom. Or if I am not free to do whatever the hell I want to do, or if I feel like somebody is constraining me, it's going to drive me insane. It's so important for me because if I don't want a boss, then I have to man up and be the boss for myself. And that comes with a lot of discipline and organizing and planning and just not being scared to step outside of my comfort zone. Self-confidence is something that I am continuing to build. I'm way more confident than I was 4 years ago. I could tell you that much. But I'm still progressing. There's still things about myself that I'm still trying to figure out and accept, because we're all humans and we all have parts about us that sometimes we know that it's there and we know that we have to address that issue or that problem, but we don't because it feels more comfortable to ignore it and move on. But instead, it just continues to eat at you. And at some point, the universe is going to step in and it's going to force you to make that change and step outside of your comfort zone and get your shit together. So that's why mental health is very important to me, because I do get overstimulated very easily. And I know that social media has a big deal to do with my overstimulation. And whenever I would get nervous or anxious, or whenever I knew that I had something important to do, instead of getting up and doing that thing, I would escape by going on Twitter or Pinterest or Instagram. And once I became self-aware, I said, I have to find something better for myself to do, or I just have to get up and do the damn thing even when I don't feel like it. I also want to say that I'm very grateful for my friends and my family and people who have just been supporting me and encouraging me to continue to be this light for other people. It's such a comforting feeling to know that you are somebody who people can just naturally come to and talk to. Like, I love the fact that people feel comfortable around me. That's what I want. I want people to feel comfortable and safe around me, because that's what I would want in return, you know? But yeah, guys, thank you for listening and watching, and I will catch you next episode. Bye.